All right, I'm going to show you the process of taking a picture of a worksheet or a document and turning it into an editable Google slide for your students. So I have this worksheet that I want students to do, but I don't have a digital copy of it. So I took this picture of the document using my phone and then put it on my computer using my cord. So before I do anything with this, I am going to take a moment to crop it and get rid of anything that I don't need. I'm just going to use the built-in tool on my computer to quickly crop out the black spaces and the stuff that I don't need, just so that it's really easy for students to use and they don't have any problems reading it. Okay, I think that looks good. And I'm going to save the image to my computer. I just put it right on my desktop so it would be easy to find. Now I'm going to go into Google Drive and make a Google slide presentation for my students. Now, I'm going to do a couple things here. First, I'm going to start by going to File and Page Setup. Because my document is set up like a traditional document, I'm going to make the Google slide the same size as a traditional sheet of paper to make it fit. So I'm changing the dimensions for a custom page setup for 8.5 inches by 11 inches. Now the Google slide looks like a regular sheet of paper. If I copy and paste the image directly onto it, kids are going to have trouble clicking on it and moving it around. So I'm going to go to Background and select an image. And I'm going to go to my desktop and select the image that I just uploaded and turn it into the background for this slide. Now when kids go into it, there's no way for them to move the image or delete it or cross it out. Now kids can go in and use the text box feature to type and fill in answers. They can also do things like create shapes. They could use that to circle something or to highlight something. Lots of different options there. Now, to push this out to students for them to be able to use, when I go to create that assignment in my classroom, I'm going to create it like I traditionally would with an assignment. And I'll attach the Google slide I created. And an important thing to do is to make sure I select make a copy for each student. I'm going to say open in slides and use the text box and other features to highlight, circle, or underline your answers. Now when I assign this to my students, they'll be able to go in, have their own copy of this Google Slides, mark it up as needed, and then they'll be able to submit that in Google Classroom and select Turn In. And that makes it really easy to take an image or a worksheet and put it in Google Slides, which is something that most students are already familiar with doing.